Hey everyone, happy Wednesday. So this week on the 9-More Diary of an Uber Driver, I just wanted to discuss hookers, strippers, hookers, all kinds of sorts of things. Like I was saying, just don't mind Teague over here. So, hookers, strippers, all sorts of things. This past month, I have had the most experience with hookers than I've ever had in my life. And to think they were all in Scottsdale, you would think that the people who choose to do those things would be in Phoenix, but it was Scottsdale. Just a little weird. Um, so I'm going to these really nice apartment complexes because I get an Uber from someone named Juan, something 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 at gmail.com. That was the name. Didn't have an actual name. It was an email address. It was just a little weird. So I get there and I'm parked and I'm waiting, and these women get in the car, and I hear a man's voice like telling them to get in the car. So I kind of look over and I see he's just pointing, like he opened the door and he's just pointing for them to get in the car. He didn't get in. I was waiting for him to get in, but he didn't. I was assuming that was Juan. And he leaves, and these women are just, they tell me what the address is. Let me just start with saying, my definition of a hooker is someone who wears longer than 3-inch high heels, or shows a lot of skin, has their hair done fancy, unless you know it's the next morning like it was Sunday morning, and their hair's kind of crazy. So these women had at least 6-inch heels, super skinny skirt, skin tight. If I looked back as I did the first time, I could see everything. Didn't really like to see that, so I just kept forward and I looked in the rearview mirror. Also, their hair was kind of crazy, kind of fuzzy, kind of frizzy, kind of all over the place. Their lipstick a little smudged. They didn't look in the mirror before they got in the Uber, just to say the least. I'm not specifically saying they are hookers, strippers, anything like that. It's just that they had very misleading signs, like the heels and their outfit. The three of them, one guy escorting them to the cab, to my car. So there was also things that they said on the Uber ride, like the cell phone reception cut off as they went into the apartment, the individual apartment. I don't know what I would do if my cell phone service just shut off and literally said no service as I enter the apartment. Like maybe, oh, maybe this is a dead zone, that's fine. As they went to the balcony, full service, full coverage, at that moment I would have left. Wouldn't have been there. Whether I'm strutting my stuff to make money, dancing on a pole, doing anything, I would be gone. Don't want to be caught up. I do want to be found the next morning. Thank you very much. So they give me the address and I'm taking them. And it's a 40-minute drive. So I've only ever given a 75-minute drive, like an hour and a half. And so I told them, I was like, oh, this is one of my longest drives. I was like, where are we going? They said, Tolleson. I was like, oh, Tolleson. I was like, does he know that, does Juan know that we're going to Tolleson? And she was like, oh yeah, he does this to all the women. All the women. Okay, great, 40-minute drive, buckle up, we're headed on out. And so we get there, they're exiting the car, and the last one on the way out is saying, just so you know, we're not hookers. And I was like, oh yeah, didn't think that at all. With your dollar bills stuffed out of all three of your purses. Strippers, hookers, whatever you do, it's none of my business. Where's that tip though? Still didn't get a tip. With all that money just flowing out of their purses, didn't get a tip. That's fine. That's completely fine. I don't expect tips, but you know, would have been nice, especially for transporting hookers across city lines. Would have been nice. Anyway, so the other thing that happened is also in Scottsdale. I was picking someone up, and I was close to the location pin as I'm coming to this stoplight, and there's a woman on the street. Now, again, does not. Now this one actually does not look like a hooker. She has jeggings on, doesn't even have heels. I think they were flip-flops. A regular shirt. Her hair's not done all crazy or anything. She has no lipstick on, no makeup or anything. And I rolled out my window and I asked. I think the passenger's name was Jante or something like that. So I asked, I'm like, oh, Jante? And she's like, yeah. So she gets in I unlock it and I roll up the window and she gets in my car. As she gets in my car, at the exact same moment that I'm asking her, where are we going, she starts groping everything. Everything. So, again, I asked, where are we going, as she was doing that. So she was like, she just answered before me and was like, oh, you know, we can just go around the corner over here, there's an alley over there, that's perfect. So I looked at her, and I said, no, and moved her hand and was like, I'm looking for John Tay, whatever her name was. And she was like, oh, I thought you wanted more than that. I just looked at her and I was like, no, get out of my car, like, get out of my car. And so she gets out of my car, and as she's shutting her door, she says, oh my gosh, how embarrassing. I just looked like, shut my door. I hope there's no cops around thinking that I'm trying to get a hooker in my car. Shut the door. So she shuts the door, and I just continue going forward, and I go through the light, and I stop it was a hotel, apparently, that was literally like less than 100 feet from where she was, across the street, right there. So I stop and I pick up Jante, and I tell her, and she's like, oh no, I'm no hooker, just kind of making jokes about it, and I was still kind of in shock that I had someone groping me in my car on the street. It was just weird. I'm still in shock. This just happened, like within a week, like last week it just happened, so I'm still in shock. So you know, apparently Uber does hookers, brings hookers places, strippers, or whatever their profession is, because I don't really know. They just, you know, kind of really seem like it. Misleading signs everywhere. You know, we could even do, or we could do a logo, or we could do an Uber hooker commercial, like Uber hooker, hooker Uber, 1-800-hookers, 1-800-hookers. I got it. I'll consult with Uber right now. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this week. Good old hookers. Yeah, still in shock here. So tune in next week. I will be discussing some more things that happened with Uber, specifically my family and Uber, so that'll be fun. Have a great week. See you soon.